Hey guys, Rick from Ozark Living Homestead. About a week ago we had, I think there was like 3 nights. Well, there were 3 nights, but the temperature was between 7 and 8 degrees was our low. And of course, I know a lot of you guys further up north and out west and northwest are really getting hammered out there with the cold weather. A lot worse than I am, so I'm not complaining. But it just brought something to my attention that I had thought about, and I thought I had the problem solved. You guys know, I've actually mentioned it before. We live in a very rural area, and 2 of the volunteer firemen, actually 3 of the volunteer firemen, 2 of them I could almost walk to the, well, I could walk to the house if I wanted to, but one of them just a little bit farther away, but they're not far away. But for them to go and to get the trucks, this is in case of a fire, right where I live, not anyone else. For them to get the call, get in their trucks or vehicles, go up to the fire department, get the trucks, and get back to my place. My place would have probably be half burnt down, depending on how bad the fire is. And I'm not saying anything bad about the volunteer fire department, because I'm sure they do a great job. But that's just the distance, and they have to go up, get the trucks, get them fired up, get them down here, and fires move really fast. They move a lot faster than people do in vehicles. But what this video is about is being prepared, and I'm not doing it because I've never seen a video on the internet, on YouTube about this. But I think this is something that a lot of the people, including myself, have overlooked. Now, I've kind of thought about it, and I thought I had it prepared where I could deal with it in case it were to happen until the fire department could get here. But this is a frost-free seal cock. And another viewer actually, I couldn't remember in another video what it was called, even though I knew what it was called, but he reminded me of what it was. But it's a frost-free seal cock. And what it does, it doesn't freeze up in the wintertime. What it is, and I'm going to put another one of these on the cabin. This here, the shaft, actually goes all the way up in there. I think I've got it like a 2-footer. So as long as it's inside that well house and protected, it's not going to freeze up. Now, anything coming out of here is going to freeze up. So what I do, and I did this for a reason. One, because in the mornings I have to water the animals. Right now we're still getting below freezing or at freezing, so everything freezes up at night, and I want to make sure they always have fresh water. So what I do is, of course, this is always shut off when I'm done with it. I stretch this hose out, and it's all going downhill, as you guys can see. And I just keep stretching it all the way out, and all the water just drains right out of it. And that way, and this was just my thought. When I get up in the mornings, it's really cold. If this thing would, if I were to wrap this thing up here, like I do in the summertime, or just roll it up here on the ground in the summertime, it would freeze up with the water that's in there, and I wouldn't be able to get any water through it. So that's the way I drain the line. That way in the mornings I can use it. And I always thought, well, if I have a fire, I can take this and I can start putting the fire out. Now, I have a nozzle, which I feel really stupid because I normally keep it out here on the well house, and it's not here. I have a good nozzle that I put on the end of it. That way I can spray it on the house. But the only problem is, and this is one of the things I failed to realize. I forgot how long this hose is, but I have a 100-foot hose and I have another 50-foot hose. My original idea was to keep those under the edge of the house up here, drained, completely dry, keep them out of the weather. In case of a fire, I could connect them to this one, and I could have water, and I could go around the cabin. Oh, sorry, I'm moving so fast. I could walk all the way around or wherever I need to and squirt the water. They'll put the fire out. Now, I'm going to put a seal cock, a frost-free seal cock, on the back side of the house up here. And I'm going to protect it, and I'm going to use that if there were to be a fire on the back side of the cabin somewhere, and I needed to get back there real fast to put a fire out. Now again, if it's a minor fire, before the fire department even got here, I could have the fire out by doing this. And that's my whole intention, is to control this fire, or either put it out. I'd rather put it out, but at least control this fire if it were to happen before the fire department get here. That way there's less damage. So my point being about this is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have thought about it maybe, but never really thought about it and never really prepared for it. You guys need to really think about it, because I'm a very paranoid person sometimes. Not on everything, but there's certain things I get paranoid. Fire's one of them. I'm very paranoid of fire, because I know what fire can do. I've seen what fire can do. We own rental properties, and we've had some fires in some of the rental properties. I know what it can do, and I've seen the damage it can do. And it can kill you. It can kill people, and it can kill animals. But anyway, guys, you know, pay attention to this kind of stuff. I mean, maybe it's something you guys want to check into. Maybe make sure you got enough dry hose. You know, make sure you got a frost-free seal cock like this, so you know you're always going to have water. Once you hook that hose up to it, you can turn it on, and no matter if it's 10 below, you know if you got it right, you're going to get water coming through that hose, where you can hopefully control that fire, or either put that fire out before they get there. Now, my point, another one of the things I was going to say, and I forgot what I was going to say, is that I came out here one morning, and I had this all drained out. It was during those 108 degrees, and I had this all drained out. Now, all of this does go downhill. Somehow, I don't know how it happened, there was water trapped in there. Because I turned it on the next morning and nothing came out. Now, it's 10 degrees, 8 degrees, 9 degrees, whatever it was out here. And I had dumped all the water the night before, so the buckets were empty. So the next morning, I could fill the buckets up. Well, it was frozen up completely, and that was the morning we actually had frozen pipes in the house. So that's another thing. But I thought I had it up, but I found a spot where I somehow had overlooked, and that's where it froze up. But I just took a heat gun and defrosted the pipe. It didn't even bust it, it just froze it up enough where the water was not coming through the line. But I fixed that problem. I don't think we'll have no more problems. But, you know, just because this line is drained out like this, like I said, I thought I had it drained out, it's not a definite. I mean, it can still happen. So that's why I'm saying the 150 foot of hose that I do have extra, I'm going to roll it up and I'm going to put it in a certain place up under the house so I can grab it real fast and I can connect it out here when needed. And I'll always have water in case I have a fire here on the homestead, or for emergency reasons, whatever. But guys, really look into this, check this. I mean, if you live in the city or in any outside of the city limits or wherever, if you're not really close to a fire station, you might want to look into this and be prepared for this, because this really surprised me. I thought I had it all figured out, worked out. In my mind I did, but I never really checked it, and luckily it wasn't a real emergency. I got it unthawed, and so now I know what I've got to do, and I know how to fix the problem that way I'll always have water. All right, guys, I thought I'd just let you guys know this stuff. I mean, it's you know, you got to be safe. I mean, fire doesn't mess around, and it goes fast. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe if you like the videos. Give us a big thumbs up. And for all you guys that's been supporting us for a long time, or even the new ones that are supporting us, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up, guys. All right, you guys have a great day.